Welcome to the Great Texas Information Session. And we're sorry we're working on a couple of technical difficulties here. We're working on some new equipment here, so hopefully everything works out. But we're going to have an info session tonight. We're going to talk about what's going on in the Great Texas. And I've got Terry Roussat here with me, and Steve Pache, and Aaron McCulley. And we're just kind of waiting for everybody to catch back up. You guys want to talk a little bit for a second? I want to make sure the video is running right here.
Sure.
Yep, we got 5 viewers back. Go ahead, guys.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Terry.
Okay, so you are racing. I know we're going to be talking about this later, but you're going to be racing again this year.
I am going to be racing again this year. I actually took the last 2 years off, so I'm excited to get back on the water again.
Excellent.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. I'm hoping we're going to have some good weather this year. Challenging, but yet not crazy.
Absolutely. I was down on Padre Island National Seashore last weekend doing some kiteboarding, and there was a little bit of seaweed out there.
Oh, yeah?
So hopefully this year that doesn't continue.
Very far out in the water? Just
Far out
more
in the water.
Surf, or?
There was some. It was on the beach.
Oh, okay.
I know years past, like in the very first, I know seasons changed quite a bit, but the first couple of years there were periods of time where we had seaweed. It was unbelievable. And I know last year I went down and I mentioned to Steve that there was seaweed, and it turned out to be nothing. So I'm hoping that happens again this year.
That would be nice.
Because you never know what's going to happen as far as that stuff.
You don't know.
All right,
Steve?
All right. I think we're good. We've got Mikey Rohr working on the camera back there. Don't touch anything, Mikey. And he's just making sure that we got the video and staying live here. So ready to go.
Ready to go.
Mikey Rohr's back there. We also have Jim Casto here, and glad to have the audience here. Let's start out. What is it? It's the Year of the Woman this year, and we have put together a special program and we've been inspired by the Olympics, who is having a women male co-ed boat this year, and so in the spirit of that, we're trying to get some women skippers for the first time at the Great Texas. We've had women crew, and we have to first of all say Tiffany Tomko did a great job the first year.
Won it
with
her husband.
John. So this isn't the first time we've had women out on the boat. And also Kate Catlow has been out there 2 or 3 years, being crew again. But we've never had a woman skipper.
Yes.
And so we, in the spirit of the Olympics, we decided that we wanted to try and encourage women to participate. Mm-hmm. And we've created something called the Women's Skipper Fund. And we are collecting donations, and all of the money that is raised for the Women's Skipper Fund will go to any women's skipper team that shows up and pushes their boat through the starting line down in South Padre. And those funds will be used for travel expenses and living expenses during the race. And not only that, we have $99 registration for women's skipper teams that sign up before the end of this month. And so it's a fantastic opportunity. It's quite possible that we'll be paying, basically almost free registration and expenses for travel and living. It's a great deal. Of course, we have to raise the money for it. And we already have a significant donation from Silver Bullet Racing. We really appreciate them. Trey Garrison helping out with that, our safety officer. Mm-hmm. Want to thank him for making that donation. But we're here tonight to raise some, hold on.
And Billy's saying that you need a beer. So
I have a beer.
Okay.
I have a beer. We're here tonight to raise some more funds for the women's skipper.
Is that our tip jar?
This is the jar right here.
Okay.
You throw in $10.
Not the bills here. They're pulling the bills out of their
Hey, look at this. Look at
I
this.
was going to use them later to place it.
All right. That was like $200 or $300. Those were Benjamin Franklin's, not. Well, okay, they were. You get the idea. You get the idea. So
Everything I have.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you call in and make a donation to the Women's Skipper Fund in the next 15 minutes, I'll match it.
Oh.
Ooh. As long as it's under a tolerable amount of money, but I will match it.
I'm in for 100.
You're in for 100?
Yep.
I will match that 100.
There you go.
We
Nice.
just raised $200.
Good job, Jim.
Jim's, don't tell Cynthia. Don't tell Cynthia. So we already raised $200. We're up to $700. You guys, Terry, and you can send a text message to me or Terry, or we are not monitoring the chat, but I'm sure somebody will send us an email. Maybe I should switch over to the chat, which I don't know. Send us a text message. We'll do that for you. Speaking of women skippers, you can't do this without a women skipper, can you?
No.
And we had to kind of search the world to find somebody, but we did find somebody, and we're very proud to have Ingrid Baker from the Netherlands joining us this year. Steve needs another beer, is what it says. But we're very happy to have Ingrid Baker from the Netherlands joining us for the Great Texas this year. We could not have her here tonight live. I think it's about 4 in the morning in the Netherlands right now, but we did the next best thing. We asked her to record some video for us, and she did, and we're going to do a very low-tech version tonight. You're going to laugh at this of her, but we're also going to put we got a little interview with her, and we're going to put this up on the website. And I think the best way to introduce Ingrid is to do this, and I wish we could do it in a better way, more high-tech, but
Also to let you know, Andrew and Melissa are tweeting during our broadcast. So,
fantastic.
so they're keeping us online there. So
Okay, you ready?
I guess so. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Oh my God, this is...
Silicon Valley of Texas, huh?
All you got to do is hit the go button down there.
All right, so
1, 2, 3,
go.
go.
Ingrid, could you introduce yourself?
Mine didn't
I'm
play.
22 years old. I'm from
You have to start over.
It's in the Netherlands, and I'm a law student.
You have to start over.
And I love
Okay, we're going to start over.
So how long have you actually been staying over?
Okay.
Are we
Mm.
syncing?
Sorry, guys.
I can't get it to go to.
Okay, we're just going to do audio. We're going to do unsynced audio and video.
Here, you ready? Just
Yeah, just hit that
1,
button.
2, 3, go.
Ingrid, could you introduce yourself? I'm 22 years old. I'm from Utrecht. It's in the Netherlands, and I'm a law student, and I love sailing. So how long have you actually been sailing on the cat?
Delay.
On the cat for 5 years now.
But it is, right?
I started on the OB16 and then F18. And where do you typically sail? In Maderzand. It's in the middle of the Netherlands. Even other teams from Europe come over to train there together, even in the winter. Are you looking towards trying to earn a spot in the Olympics in 2016? Yeah, my goal is to get to the Olympics. I didn't make it to the Olympic team, but I want to give it a try in windsurfing. I've always been windsurfing before I started cat sailing. So yeah, that's my role now. But I definitely keep cat sailing.
And what is motivating you to sail the Great Texas?
What is motivating me? Yeah, why wouldn't I want to go? I think it's a great spot to sail. I love the long distance racing, and I think it's great to sail together with Aaron. He's experienced, so I think that's great.
Have you ever been to the U.S. before, or even better in Texas itself?
Not in Texas, but last year I went to the World Championship in Long Beach, in California. That was the first time for me in the United States.
How do you say I can't wait to sail the Great Texas in Dutch?
Ik kan niet wachten om de GT300 te varen.
Thank you.
That was good.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good. I'm really excited to meet her. She's very excited to come over here, and she's an accomplished sailor, and you'll have a great team with Aaron and her. So
Yeah, that's very exciting. The fact that she's so motivated to come over here, and she, that the question when I asked her, why would you want to go do this? It's like, why wouldn't I want to go do this?
Yeah.
I think that really says a lot right there.
And I want to say, I met Ingrid at the Worlds last year, and I got to say, hey, Jonah Rose and Juke just walked in. They're joining us. We've got like 15,000 minus 14,992 people viewing us right now.
at least.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys.
We got a cooler over there. We've got wine. We've got water inside. Hey, guys. But I want to tell you, I met Ingrid at the Worlds, and believe me, I walked around and I talked to everybody, and I said, hey, I want to tell you about the Great Texas. I want to invite you to come. And I talked to people from the U.S. and from Chile and from the Netherlands and from France and from Australia and any other place you can think of. I told them about the Great Texas, and Ingrid was this one person that said, yeah, I want to come. Just, most people would listen and kind of go, yeah, that sounds a little crazy and stuff like that. But she said she wanted to come. And I was like, okay, you want to come, we'll make it happen. And so she's a lot of the inspiration for us putting together this Women's Incentive Fund. She's a law student. She's young, doesn't have, rolling in money right now. So we need to help out a little bit. But this is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is... and I think we got a great team that we put together with Aaron and Kate and everybody. So I think it's going to be a real interesting. I think she's going to do outstanding. I've watched her sail. I've had to watch her sail because she's in front of me. So, she's a good sailor. So it's going to be fun having her here. I still got the challenge out there. Anybody that wants to make a contribution to the Women's Skipper Incentive Fund, I am matching that money right now. During the broadcast, thanks Jim Casto, he threw in $100. I matched that. We just raised $200. Anybody else that wants to make a contribution, pipe up now. Send us an email. We do have the chatting working. Team Chums put something on here. It says, someone please give Aaron a phone book or two to sit on. Oh. I just read what's written here. You can communicate to us with the chatting. Oh, that's.
I'd have a phone book if you hadn't eaten them.
And the gauntlet has been thrown down.
Oh gosh.
That must have been from someone over 25 that knows what a phone book is.
All right, guys. We're gonna switch gears here a little bit, and Terry, I'm gonna move you into the center seat here.
Okay.
And Terry is the Commodore of the Great Texas, and she is going to talk a lot, give us a number of stuff on the logistics. And thank you, Roy Shaw, for calling us. We'll pick this up. Hello, Roy. Yes, she's on the phone.
Hey, everyone. We have Roy Shaw on the phone with Steve. Maybe he's going to give us some money.
Yes, we're in the middle of something, Roy. But,
Roy, we thought you were going to give us money.
We're
God.
broadcasting live right now. Okay, I gotta call you back. Bye.
Not going to give us money.
Wayward's Winds is the weekend after this next weekend, and that was Roy Shaw calling everybody to remind everybody to come. And I want to say we have a $101 donation to the Women's Fund from an anonymous source, and I will match that and add $1.
So we have $203 is what you're saying?
I'm saying we had $203. So that means we've already raised $403.
Thank you, anonymous donor. Let's see. Okay, so we want to talk about.
Well, let's talk about the hotels
Okay.
and everything.
We are making a change of venue this year. We have been at the Tiki in past years, but due to some of their management changes there and items at that location, we have been asked by the Hilton. Barry, don't have his last name, but Barry from the Hilton down South Padre has pretty much asked us to come stay at the Hilton with them. They've rolled out the red carpet for us. That and Clayton of Clayton's Bar and Grill are doing everything they can to make things right for us down there and want us to be a part of their venue. So
That's really nice.
it is. I'm Kate and Ann. Ann's our current beach captain. Kate's the past. Those two ladies have been working really hard at it, and they're incredibly excited about this area. So it'll be a few changes.
And are we going to be able to launch the boats from the Hilton?
There is a setup area outside of Clayton's.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a path from our setup area down to the beach.
Oh, that's great.
And we're working on getting also maybe some types of vehicles that can pull that boats down there if we need. But from what we can tell, and Kate and I are going to do another trip down there, we should be able to get down there.
So my guess is that this year's first leg is going to be a little bit longer than it was last year.
No, shorter actually, by
It's
probably about
It's further,
100 yards maybe.
It's further down the beach.
About 100 yards shorter.
Yeah.
That's it.
100 yards is 100 yards.
129 miles, 750 yards.
There you go.
You end up at the end of the starting sequence, you'll be right where you were last.
Right
You
where
could
were
say
last
you're
year,
at the starting line, yeah.
from last
The
year.
first position
Yeah.
last year. So that's not a bad thing. So, yeah, we're going to be at the Hilton and Clayton's. We're going to be having actually a big party at Clayton's Tuesday night rather than around the pool like we usually do. And they're going to be getting that ready. And I think it's going to be a good venue.
That's exciting.
I think so.
The Coast Guard invited?
Coast Guard is always invited.
They're always invited.
They
They're
always
gonna be
they
there.
always come up with us and meet with us on Tuesday night to kind of let us know what's going on in their area, to remind us how to be safe, to remind us of some of the signals that the boaters should be giving if there's any distress or good, bad, whatever it is. And we welcome them all the time because we know if it wasn't for them, we would have had issues in the past. They've always supported us through everything. So I really want to say thank you to the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it without them. Anything else? What else do you think? We've got, along the way, I think we've got pretty much all the same stops. We're going to be from South Padre, we go to Mustang Island, then we go to Matagorda and Surfside, and then finishing up, as always, on the East Beach and at the Inn at the Water Park.
Hotels and parties.
Hotels and parties. Okay, hotels, like always, like I said, we're going to be at the Hilton. When you do make reservations there, make sure you mention you're with the GT300. Then we have Matagorda. There's a couple different places there. And if you go on our website, that's probably the best thing for you to do. Go on the website, pull up the information booklet. It's preliminary, but we have all the information. And pull that up. There's a couple at Matagorda. There are, let's see, Fisherman's and what's the other one? Shell. Those two are at Matagorda. And at Surfside, we usually go to the Days Inn. And we'll probably most everyone goes there. Some people do stay on the beach, and that is an option if you want to stay on the beach.
You can camp right on the beach?
I think at every location you can camp right on the beach. You may have a fee, but it's been great. And I think all of us have some experiences to talk about in the past years on the beach.
Camping on the beach?
Camping on the beach. We've had surf come up and, wake us up in the middle of the night. And it's been interesting. So you've got to have that experience at least once, I think. Don't you?
I think you and Mikey Rohr camped on the beach every year.
For many years.
For many years. Except for last year, right?
Except for last year.
Except for last year was the first year?
Yep.
And then as we go down the beach, every place pretty much we have a party. And our opening party is going to be sponsored by AAA Chemicals. Ann and her husband Howard have a business down in Shore Acres. It's where they are, I believe. They're sponsoring our opening party at Clayton's. Mustang Island is Mike Berline? No, I can't see out there. Andrew and Stephanie are going to be putting a party together for us. And as we all know, Andrew and Stephanie's parties are not to be missed. So if anything, just come down for that party. Then at Surfside is Mr. Berline.
Not Surfside.
Matagorda. He always does Matagorda.
Well, that's what I just said.
Come on.
That's what I just. Oh, I'm
Matagorda.
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
The waste.
Matagorda is Berline.
You don't need to ask me twice. Or do you want me to scoot closer to you? Matagorda. That's our party.
That's your party, and it is some of the best gumbo
Well,
ever. It is.
I don't know about this year. The freezer went out and kind of warmed up a bit.
How good it's going to be this year.
Well, if it's safe to eat at all, it'll be really delicious.
There you go.
But we give it we give it to Billy Richnow first. So,
He is watching,
and he gets to proclaim it, fit to eat.
Oh, okay.
So he makes that determination. That's one of the responsibility of the PR.
Yeah.
Taste for lunch. Taste for lunch.
Sort of like the guy that gets to taste it before the king does, and
Right.
if he dies, then
That doesn't sound like a party.
Oh, it's a hell of a party!
Okay, good.
Mike Krantz, Zeke, they pitched in for the beer a couple of years ago. Last time he was here. Every time he's been here, he's pitched in for the beer. Let me just say that much.
Is he here this year?
Oh, I think so.
We're hoping.
We're hoping so, because he's providing the beer.
Beer and gumbo.
At Matagorda. Yeah, the Matagorda party is really that's the one. That's the one that everybody
cream
does.
of the crop
That's
party right
that's the
there.
one that everybody does this race for.
Andrew and
Once you get to
Stephanie
Matagorda, you're actually relieved. at
Yeah,
this
you're
point
relieved.
because
You've made the
the two longest legs.
See, now
However,
you're having a way in here, aren't you?
Okay, guys. After Matagorda, you go up to Texas City Dike, and they put on.
City Dike.
Well,
You go to Surfside.
Texas City
They
Dike does that.
do a good job.
And that is, I got to
And
give
Colin
it to him.
throws
That's a
the
pretty good
party
too.
at his place.
It's
And
an
that's-
awesome. It's a
it's a
spaghetti
really
party.
nice-
It's a great party.
Really nice spaghetti party, great food, great atmosphere. There's some shade, lots of chairs, shade.
Showers.
Oh, that's a low blow. That's a low blow.
I'm going to jump in here.
Sure, sit there. And then at the very end,
Unless you lay underneath your truck.
There's mosquitoes there.
and then at the very end, our banquet party is being sponsored by.
Yeah, and I want to give a special shout out to Joe Carlisle. Drew Carlisle's father is coming in as the official banquet sponsor, and he is going to be doing a fantastic, and I have sampled this, shrimp boil, Cajun shrimp boil. Lots of shrimp.
Bless you.
He's going to be doing it right at the water park, and we're going to have just loads and loads and mounds of shrimp in corn and potatoes and all of that good stuff. So
I've heard he does a great job.
he does a great job. He really does. And Joe, if you're out there, or Drew, if you're out there, thank you so much for doing this. This is like gold level sponsorship for us. And speaking of sponsors, good people, Come up here, Juke. I want to talk to you for a second.
What else do you want up here?
Just why don't you stay for a second? Sponsorship's a big part of this this race, and
Here. Why don't you go in the middle? You're the main man now.
Are you?
sponsorship. Come here.
Where'd you go?
Sponsorships is a big part of this race. We could not do this race. We could not do the internet, mainly the media, without the sponsors. And we are so happy to have Juke Automotive on board as a gold level sponsor. And it's not only Juke. This is like a big family thing. And it's his sister Quentin, who we love, is a big sponsor of the race. And Juke's entire family is a big sponsor. And we thank you so much, and you and your sister, for coming on board as gold sponsors of the race. This is what it takes to get it done.
It's an absolute pleasure, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. And you said that that you brought up the word family, and when I think of the GT300, I think that it's as it's matured the way that it has, it's turned into a family event. I mean, anybody that cares about you watches it and follows it, and on top of that, I have the pleasure of my wife comes down with me, and my 18-month-old boy will be with us this year, and they'll be with us every leg of the race.
That's wonderful.
And you know, people come down with their girlfriends, their wives. If it wasn't Texas, I'd say boyfriends, but but you know, it's and you mentioned parties, and the parties aren't just free for all, get hammered and throw up in the swimming pool, which I'm not saying doesn't happen, but but it's actually it's a warm spirit, and that's
agree.
something that's I like supporting warm things, and everybody that puts this much effort into this does it because it's such a warm thing to do. You know, I look forward to it all year. As soon as it's done, I go, well, holy bleep, I'm tired, but I can't wait till next year. I can't wait till next year. You know. And it's a camaraderie. We all go in there as you know, as friends, and when we leave there, we don't just leave as friends that walked in. We leave as if we've just accomplished something together. And that's not just the people that are racing. That's all the ground crew that follows along every step of the way that this would be impossible without. That's the friends that follow along, and that's also the people that you're racing against. You have this feeling like sometimes it's a feeling like you've all been on the same boat that was the lifeboat off of a shipwrecked ship, and other times you just feel like you've been on this amazing adventure together, and that's all it is. It's an amazing adventure.
I agree. And I thank you so much, Juki, for coming on board. We appreciate it. Not only that, we have the other great sponsor that we've collected so far is Silver Bullet Racing, coming in at essentially a gold level sponsors. We're ahead of schedule on the sponsorship, but we have more sponsorship that we need to get for the race. But tonight's not so much about raising money for the race. I'm trying to raise money for the women's.
Well, we have a sponsor for the women's team too.
Yes. Oh, I forgot.
We had to
that.
mention
Yes.
them. They've stepped up.
Kiara, thank you, Kate. They're going to be Kaihara is going to be the name of the women's team, Ingrid's team and Aaron's team, and they've come through with a sponsorship for that team, a significant sponsorship, and we really need to thank them as another team. And again, I'm still matching money.
Have you checked your phone?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, where are the phones? They've disappeared.
Oh, let me see. No, nothing here. Uh-oh.
Where's my phone?
I'm a poor man. Ooh, thank you.
Oh.
May I announce a $200 donation from Jonah Rose.
Ah!
For the women's team?
For the women's
You
team.
should bring her up.
To be matched. Come on up
Yeah,
here,
let me
Jonah
switch
Rose.
out. You two stay here.
Come on up here, Jonah Rose. To be matched by a humble guy that's running out of money.
Humble.
I've been asked to show off.
so lovely and amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, look at this. Oh, where did that come from? I've never seen that.
Oh, this was, I believe, my
And I'll move right up here. Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that the logo?
Look at that. Uh-oh, my phone's ringing.
Is that the logo?
Yep. I need to twist my butt.
Okay, guys, I'm running out of money right now. You guys keep up. I'm going to match one of those donations. But you guys keep them rolling in because we've already raised. Let me count the dollars here. $1,100 tonight.
Wow. Is that including your matching?
Yeah, because I'm capping out at 500. Thank you, Team Chums. Fantastic. The amazing thing is that Team Chums kicked in 100, and we had another anonymous donor kick in 100. I won't say who it is because they're anonymous. But thank you so much, everybody. This is fantastic. Good stuff. I want to switch gears. We've been talking about sponsorship because I forgot something that is so damn important. I want Jim Casto to come up here because he won the Dash last year. We're going to talk a little Dash right now. Is Terry out there?
Yeah.
Terry, Jim, talk Dash. What's that?
Do you have my phone?
No? Where'd your phone end
I
up?
don't know. It was sitting there. And...
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Terry.
Hey, Skipper Jim. Hey, Skipper Jim.
Hi, Terry. You need to slide over. a
Oh,
little
you're not going to join us?
He did before last year. I thought that was a mandatory step-up requirement. Once you win the Dash,
No, so
you're required
actually,
to do the whole thing the next year.
hi everybody. My name is Jim Casto. This is my crew, Terry Resott. She has dual roles after commandeering the GT300, commodoring the GT300 for 3 days. She then gets to step on a catamaran and race with the fleet in the last leg, a 40 mile or 30 mile? Huh?
40 miles.
40-mile race from Surfside to Galveston. It's open to all kinds of other catamarans.
It's pretty gnarly, too.
Last year we had a little front come through that made it exciting. But what I want to do is represent the fleet again, publicize it, and build an awareness that it is open to sailors who perhaps can't commit to the whole long distance part of the race, but want to experience some of the thrill and excitement of beach launch and racing with competitors and finishing in amongst the great and powerful GT300 skippers. Terry, tell me what you thought of the race last year. I think after participating in the GT300, that may have been the first time you've raced in any of the legs?
In any of the legs. I would love to race the race, but it's a tough and grueling race. I recognize that. So it's great to jump on that last leg. And it's fun, too, I think, because it's challenging because it's long enough.
40 miles.
40 miles, but not too long. Not as long as the guys are doing the first couple of days, 100 miles.
Yeah.
You get to sail past the carnival area,
There are sights to see.
There's things to see. There's a little bit of challenge. You get to go out through the surf, come back in through the surf. You arrive to cheering crowds and people with champagne and beverages.
And groupies.
And yeah.
I hear there are groupies.
So
I like regattas with groupies.
It's a great time.
It is. It was a good time last year. We got in front of the front, which helped us.
Yeah.
But I actually was challenged this year by a GT300 veteran who had a different challenge for me than step up and do the GT300. He said, "Why don't you race it on a different boat and prove that it's not the boat that you picked last year?" I happen to have access to more than one type of catamaran, and so I am actually considering taking that challenge.
Oh, yeah?
Doing the race on a different boat, a different model,
Okay.
and prove that I can repeat on a different set of equipment. So I'm seriously considering it as a way of challenging myself. Well, I have a 5.5 that is sloop rigged, and I'm considering entering that instead of my 5.7. I do want to point out that both of those boats are very old. No, I'm not sailing it on an ACAT. But anyway, I invite and challenge, whatever the right friendly way to say it is, other catamaran sailors to come out and sail the Dash. 40 miles of fun, 40 miles of hell, whichever side of the front you're on. Come on out.
Last year, wasn't there some sort of monetary offer for anybody that could beat you?
I think.
He issued that, I think, on the eve.
Okay, so someone in the audience is reminding me of how inebriated I was last year when I volunteered to publicize the event. I think what they're saying is I was challenging people to come out and sail, and if they beat me, that I would pay their entry fee. I'm not sure I'm up for that, but I did it last year, so maybe come on out and see what happens.
Show up at Surfside, the offer might be there.
I will make this offer. The skipper who won the Dash, the year before I did, I will pay his entry fee. Come on out, I will pay his entry fee.
All right.
I know who it is.
Wow.
All right,
If
guys.
he registers, I'll pay his fee. There you go.
There you go.
How'd I do?
Great.
Let me do a couple of logistics real quick here.
Thank you, everybody.
You got Terry, stay up here with us. You have until the end of this month to register. After that, it goes from like free to $1 billion. So
$3 billion?
$3 billion. I said $1 billion, but please register. Everybody, for the Great Texas, we need you registered. We do all of our budgeting off of the registration at the end of the year. And so if you're not registered, you're kind of cheating the race. So that's why we put down making it cheaper for everybody to get in. So end of the month, get registered and pay your fees.
Well, and that helps us too, because we do a lot of planning, and a lot of things are dependent on what we know we have as cash flow. So if the bigger and better we can make this, it's going to be determined by what kind of cash is coming in too. So if you want to make this a bigger and better race, that's the thing to do, is let us know ahead of time who's going to be there.
All right. One other thing that I didn't hear mentioned, Andrew Bernard, thank you so much. First of all, Andrew has stepped up to be the person that's in charge of the Dash, and Andrew is like this amazing person for this race. We thank him so much. We thank Melissa so much. Both of them do so much. They're stepping up to do the Dash this year. Andrew also does the website, does a fantastic job of website, social media. He's tweeting tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. It is fantastic what he does for this race. A lot of people don't realize how much work he does. Also, Melissa's supporting him, and she's doing the T-shirts this year. And there's a lot of other people. I'm going to get Mikey Rohr up here in a bit later, and he's our treasurer. It takes a lot of people to do this. Ann, who's been doing all the beach captain this year, helping. The other person that's Kate has always been good at helping out. Shannon is our vice commodore, who has stepped in a number of times. And I'm going to save, kind of the best for the last. Of course, we got Mikey Rohr, who's going to come up here later as our treasurer. And we also have, but I'm going to bring you up as a sailor. And we also have some fantastic people. Trey, our safety officer, so damn important. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. But the king of them all, the guy that's fantastic, the guy that runs the show, the guy that you kiss his ass because he can throw you out of the race, is none other than His Highness Billy Richnow.
And if he heard me say something like this, he'd probably go, "Oh, come on, Steve, cut this out." So, without further ado, Billy, you there?
I'm here. You hear me?
He said reluctantly.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my gosh. Well, normally I would be very nervous speaking in front of 3,000 people, but I think I can do it in front of 13 viewers, so.
Whoa, we never say that, Billy, we never say that. We always say there's 30,000, because when people watch it later, they don't know.
Alright. Oh shit, now, is that a bad word to say on the internet?
No, we've got a mature rating on our website.
Alright, and that you made me nervous again. Okay, you want me to speak on any rule changes that we've had since last year? And, we've been doing this in the 11th year of this event, and we made some tweaks to the rules over the years, and I think we finally got it. We made, I think, like 13 pages of the rules. We made one change this year, and that had to do with the equipment, the safety equipment. And we just kind of like fine-tuned. Right now it's like Rule 19, addressing the EPIRB, and we just kind of fine-tuned the description of the EPIRB that is called a PLB now, instead of actually 406 megahertz EPIRB or PLB. So we just changed the description of that so everybody's on the same page, and then just a technicality. And I think sat phone now is just recommended instead of required, since we have EPIRB required for each crew, different crews. So satellite is not required, it's just recommended. So that was the only really change we had to do to the GT rules this year. And the dash, we reviewed some of the safety equipment for that, and we thought that it may have been a little too demanding. And we had a phone conference with me and Trey in the last couple of months or so, and talked to Trey and Shannon, and we decided to tune that a little bit so you don't have to have a mirror on your boat anymore.
No mirrors?
No mirror. You don't have to have a mirror on your boat. Good news, right?
Good.
So we've eliminated the mirror that's required on the boat, but we are going to require now a cell phone, carry a cell phone, and keep it in a Ziploc bag or whatever, and only use that as necessary. So I think between Surfside and Galveston, there's cell phone service up that coast, so it's readily available to contact your beach crew, team captain, or race committee. And so that's a requirement now. In the past, we still do require a VHF radio, and sometimes it's monitoring of that has not been so hot. So cell phones seem to be the way to go if you're beached or whatever, and able to sneak it out of your waterproof bag and contact somebody. So that's the change there. And that's really all we had to change this year. Everything else is as was.
I have to crack, Billy, thank you so much. I have to crack up here because Melissa's sending in real time. Bless you to Terry.
Keeping all over the place.
I know, it's this outdoor air.
Hey, Billy, thank you so much, as always. I mean, this is a guy that did A-Class Worlds this year in some very challenging conditions. We have just an outstanding PRO out there that doesn't let even me try to push him around at all.
And rightly he shouldn't.
He does a great, fantastic job. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming on the call. Yep. Bye. I wanted to switch switch gears, and I love all the people chatting here. I'm actually able to watch it going by here, and what we're going to do is we're going to do one more little request. It's a Women's Skippers Fund. We have actually a woman skipper that's gonna come. I have to say, I've not only talked to Ingrid, but I've also talked to Sarah Newberry. I've talked to Sandra, and anybody else in the U.S. that we could think of, and none of them have quite stepped up. None of them have ruled it out. So it's not unlikely that if we get enough money here in the can, that we could get another woman skipper to step up.
I think it'd be great to have them. Match racing kind of.
Yeah, and that's what we need, a good chunk of money, because right now I can walk back to Sandra and I can say, what did we raise tonight? So far we've got $1,100, and then we've got another $500, and I can say, we've got $99 registration, and we've got $800. If it's split between two teams, yep. And we've got $800 right now that I can guarantee you. And I'm hoping in the next couple of minutes I can say I got $1,000, because I'd really like to have $1,000.
Round it off. It's nice to have that round.
Yeah, that we can guarantee.
I like that.
$1,000 if you come in and be a women's skipper, and we're going to keep raising money. But this is the big night to try and do that. I think we've hit a lot of the logistics. Again, if you want to make a donation, you can make it on the chat here. We're watching that. You can send us a text. My phone number 512. I know everybody's doing this. You get your thing open. 512. I'm sorry, you didn't quite get it ready. You ready? 512-844-0160. That'll do it for you. Always, you can go on to the website at any time and hit the donate button. There's actually a Women's Skippers Fund there, and you can donate online. I thank everybody for that. I think we're going to switch gears a little bit here. We've been talking about, the logistics, the Women's Skipper Fund. Okay. But now I want to talk about the sailors.
Okay. Any sailor in particular?
Well, I think we got to start out with, and Webster's out there saying, can I be designated a women's skipper? I need the money. The answer is, John, no.
Show us your part.
You
no.
You could wear a skirt, John, though,
No. Show us your part.
So here's what we're going to do. I want to talk a little bit about the people that are signed up. Right now we've got about 7 or 8 teams. I think we've got 4 teams that are officially paid. We have 2 or 3 teams that have put money in or have signed up and committed. And we have a number of teams out there floating and thinking about coming throughout the country. And I don't know how many of these people are actually going to show up or not show up. We've got multiple people in Florida.
We got a lot of people who've been talking.
Well, I want to say John Casey, who was in the race last year, did a fantastic job, and he really wants to come back this year. I've been talking with him a lot. He wants to come back here with Dalton. He's doing the Olympic thing, and he's like #1 rated in the world right now, according to the USAF. I looked on the website yesterday and saw that. So he needs to come to the Great Texas if he wants to win the Olympics. But we're really, we're really proud of him. He's one of those people out there. We have numerous other people that have been out there talking. And if you're one of those people that have been out here talking about doing it, and you want to call in tonight and say, yeah, I'm thinking about doing it, or I'm coming, let us know. 512-844-0160. I'll put you right on the.
Mike Kranz has got to be out there watching us.
I don't know,
Don't you
Mike.
think so?
Mike's fantastic sponsor. But we've got some of the people in the crowd.
Yes.
And we're gonna start cycling through everybody that's here.
Some of the local
can talk
boys.
about
Yep.
their team and about what's going on. And so I'm gonna have you move out. Come on, Juki. We're gonna do like the
Come on.
quick. We're gonna
Do
start
the
out
team thing.
as the team.
The team.
About our ground crew.
Hey, Jonah Rose, you can come back up here. Team Monkey Business. We love to do the monkey stuff. We're going to be out there this year. We are ready to go, and we are going to, guaranteed, beat the frog.
Oh,
Are you out there, frog? We're going to beat you this year.
The monkey
Thank you, Jonah Rose.
Hello.
She doesn't even know this, but she's our pusher this year. Yes, sirree.
Somebody hold my baby.
So, and who's going to be holding your baby?
Okay.
Jim
Actually,
Rehage?
you know he's going to be out there trying to push too by now.
Jim Rehage has come on as our team manager. We're set up. We're good to go, and we're excited about it. And
How did
we're
we come up with the name Monkey Business?
Well, we're not going to talk about that. We love to be out on the wire.
And that's called doing it the monkey style.
I don't want to spend too much time with us.
That might
We got lots of teams to go through. Mikey Roy, you want to come up here and introduce your team real quick? And everybody gets about 45 seconds. I know I took like 2 minutes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Mike Rohr, skipper of Team Sailboat Shop. I'll be returning once again with Chris Holt and our second year terrific ground crew, Miguel Pumarejo. And we're not going to be cheating this year. We've decided that
That'll be a change.
we've decided that we were getting
the cheating this year.
we were getting too much of an advantage.
I see that as a step forward.
We were getting too much of an advantage on the
I'm here
Hobie
with you.
Tiger, and
I know
we've
this is a
we've
difficult
decided
admission.
that we're gonna move.
You're not
to
going
the-
to cheat this year.
We're going to move to the same boat that everybody else has been cheating on, and we're going to see what we can do on the same platform. And I do have to say
There's
that
a bit of a learning.
I've actually sailed with this guy many times, and I've sailed with the Frog, and I think they're going to make a great competitive team.
Really?
They
You
made
think- you really
they made
think
a
that?
good. They were on our butt
Gee,
all year,
you wouldn't be kidding me,
every
would you?
day last year, pretty much. But
We're on your butt almost. We were
Hey,
kicking your
Paul.
ass up to the last day.
Give them a chance.
You got lucky. You got
Okay.
lucky, my friend.
Okay.
And your luck's going to run out.
Okay,
Because-
Brian, what's the name of your team?
Well, it's Team Quicksilver, of course. I mean,
And who? I mean, there's people out here watching
Yeah,
that
well-
don't know who you are. What is this,
I
Guppy?
find that difficult to believe. Well, we're Team Quicksilver, of course. And, Philippe Bettler and myself.
And who's your ground crew?
Well, we're under
Team manager.
We're under new management this year.
Ooh.
I've surrendered to the French.
Really?
We've had a French chef along with us, Brigitte Binquet, and we've got Philippe Bettler.
Hey,
The French have totally.
Brigitte,
Brigitte, go up there.
come on up there. Mikey, I'll let you.
And then we have. And then we have the backbone of the team, Rick Nelson, who's our pusher and the strategist and the chief mechanic.
Well, here's Brigitte, and she is going to be your function is cook, team manager.
Yeah.
Have you been on the Great Texas before?
Groupie.
Yeah, she's the first groupie to sign up.
That is not true.
And who's the
It's the second.
team manager is who?
Rick Nelson.
All right, fantastic.
So
I'm
we
gonna-
got the same team we had last year, which proved to be your undoing, as I recall, and very
No, the
nearly.
undoing was the lack of wind.
Yeah, well, we all sail in the same conditions. Anyway,
Well, I suck.
well,
Like wind. Hey, Aaron, come on up here.
appreciate you coming to that realization.
It took a lot of years. Thank you, guys.
So here's another Skippy.
Yeah, I'm back. Good one.
So, Aaron, who's doing everything?
All right. Well, Kay Woodash is going to do everything for us. She's awesome. She's going to be our team manager for Team Kaihara.
That's kind of cheating to get her on board.
It is cheating having Kate Woodash as the team manager because she's amazing. And we're going to be blessed. I'm going to crew the boat for Ingrid Baker from the Netherlands, and we're going to have fun. And we're going to kick some butt. And I think we're going to surprise a lot of people with our boat speed. And I also want to thank Michael Yost for letting us use his boat. That's really nice of him to do
And
that.
let me say one last thing. If you haven't made that contribution to the Women's Skipper Fund, this is your chance. We're looking for an additional few $100s, and we've had a great night. You can just text us or send in information. We're looking forward to it. Do we have any other teams out there? I know Chums is out there. Lee, do you want to call in? You're
going to be a force to be reckoned with.
We are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
With a woman on the back of the boat, and you kind of
let me do something. Lee,
hold up your end of the deal.
I'm just going to tell her.
I know you're out there.
She's going to go there faster.
Give me a call.
Yeah. I see you've been working on team strategy. But
Absolutely.
But you are.
I'm a good tactician.
You're a fair to middling crew. I'll give you that.
Decent crew.
You're a decent crew.
We saw Steve fall apart after I got off his boat.
But he managed to deal with the loss. He
did.
Eventually.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Well, I tried to give Team Chubbs a call, and they're not available. I can't believe Lee's not calling in.
Well, I can't believe John Tomko and Ian
And
Billings.
John Tomko and Ian's Billings are going to be back on the line for the 10th year in a row. Congratulations
That's going to be a
them.
tough
They've
boat
won.
to beat right there.
And here it is, Lee Wickland.
But first, what is that?
Come on.
In your hand?
Hey, Lee, give us, you're going to have to turn down the volume in the background. I can hear the echo.
Turn down the fog hat there, Lee.
All right, Lee, we've got Team Chums on the line. Why don't you tell us about your team this year?
That's pretty much same as last year. We're bringing back the old green dinosaur.
The Green Dinosaur?
Okay, so
And Dave Garza?
So introduce us to everybody. Some people may not be familiar.
David Sturtis.
Yes! Woohoo!
He's probably going to get a little more driving in this year, if he feels like it. And Jose is going to be our team manager. And that's about it.
That's a good team.
And you're going to be sailing on what?
The old green dinosaur.
The I-20, right?
I-20, yeah?
Yeah, I-20.
All right. Well, we've got to say one thing about Lee. He's been here many, many years. In fact, he's liked the Great Texas so much, he moved to Texas.
No,
So this is a problem. You know, Ingrid may be like, I want to move to Texas.
But then she'll have crewed with
Yeah, I know,
Aaron,
that's a
so,
problem.
Yeah,
And met you. Hey, Lee, we want to thank you and really appreciate it. You calling in. You got anything else for us?
No, we're just we're taking it a little more serious this year than we have in years past, and been training hard. So we're looking to have good years, as long as we don't bust too much stuff.
All right. I think we've got everybody. Thank you so much, Lee. Lee's always a good. One thing I got to say about Lee is that he's out talking to more people about the Great Texas than anybody else. He calls me up with all these people that he's like, you need to call X person, and there's a lot of people out there that he helps me, you know, the race to try and get into this, and there's a lot of people that are out there because of Lee's help. So we really appreciate that. And hopefully we're going to get to announce some of those people, right, Lee?
I'm hoping. I think one for sure. I'd say he's a 99% sure. Two more possibly. I hope if we can keep a fire lit under their asses, we'll see.
Yeah, I've been trying to light the asses up.
Easy there, Tiger.
Shoving rockets up their asses.
All right, some of the other guys that are out there, I know John Tomko is going to be here, and thank you, Lee. Always appreciate that.
Davey.
And let me say, you know, I appreciate what Webster has put his phone number in here. Why don't you stay up here? Webster's put his phone number in here, so we're gonna give him a call. If you're on the line and you want to talk about your team on the chat, you can put it in there. The other thing,
I think we need to institute sort of a junk check, just to make sure that Webster doesn't try to sneak in under this female skipper's
you talk for a second.
He's just a sort of slimy foreigner that might try that sort of thing. I've seen him on the race course, and I've had some experience with him. He's a wily competitor, and we got to watch out for him.
Let me jump in here, guys. The video might cut out here, and if the video cuts out, that's going to be the end of it because I'd have to start over, but I'm going to try and rescue it here. John Webster, we know you're out there. Shannon, and Shannon's going to be doing the race, and let me see if I can save it. If I don't save it, we're going to say goodbye, but let me give it a try. You give John Webster a call real quick. Okay, can you see the keypad? I knew he couldn't see the damn keypad.
I didn't bring my reading goggles.
We are so close.
I got a pair of reading goggles. I found them on the internet for $15. It was waterproof reading goggles. It's going to revolutionize my game. Really? Oh yeah.
John, we're going to give this a try. We are so close to cutting out, but we're going to give it a try. You take over. Let me see if I can get this.
Strategy on the way up the coast.
John? Oh, for crying out loud. That's not working.
It didn't work?
Yeah, well, it's you need to upgrade from T-Mobile to like Verizon.
Hey, John, you there?
Hey, guess what?
What? We got John Webster on the phone, and this is
it's John Webster.
Okay, just hold on. We are going to go as long as the video goes, and when it cuts out, that's it, boys. So, John, give us an update.
And Stephanie Foxhall, what are you doing? How are you, dog? You don't stand a chance, Bill, huh?
Oh, I hope you come on out, John.
Yeah, we're going to be there in front of you so you can come up and poke your nose at us, but you're not going to get us past.
I think I've managed to have my way with you after poking you last time.
Yeah, but this is just 40 miles. We're going to be fresh, mate.
Not
all right, hey, John, not everybody may know who you are. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Right. My name is John Webster. I'm from Team Dallas. Team Dallas comprises two foreigners, John Webster and Steve Foxhall.
Competitors emeritus.
Right, and I don't believe that nobody knows us. I believe that we're pretty famous amongst this bunch for doing all kinds of crazy stuff, even towing people ashore when needed.
Yeah, and that guy retired at the age of 50.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, give me a break. So we're there. We're not able to do the whole 300 this year because of other reasons, but we're going to do the 40-miler, and we're going to eat it up.
All right. Well, we're fantastically glad to have you here once again.
I hope you heard the trash talking that Jim Casta was doing earlier in the evening, early in the broadcast, and as seasoned Great Texas veterans, people who've gone the whole distance, not just the last little, hop, skip, and a jump to the finish. You, I think, have got to carry the flag to putting this little pup in his place. Is there anything? He's offered to pay your entry fee if you beat him.
Well, he better have his checkbook ready because we're going to beat him this year.
All right.
Well, we'll see how that turns out. I'm going to be rooting for you. If you need a push, he wasn't particularly grateful, as I recall last year when I pushed him.
Very grateful. Do it again.
Well, it's from our point of view, it's a great honor to be able to participate in the Great Texas Dash. We've tried hard many years, but this year is going to be our year for the Dash. We're going to bring out tried and true, fully tuned up I-20. So all I can say is just watch out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for answering my phone call.
And for coming down and doing the races with us again. We miss you.
And
all right, guys. Thanks very much. Good
and
night.
that is it. The video froze. That's a wrap. Fantastic job, everybody. Go hit the cooler. Thank you so much.
Mike, please put your
Goodbye.
hand on the rear beam again.
Goodbye. See you at the Great Texas, South Padre.